Hi, everybody. Good evening. A quick confirmation. You all can hear me and you all can see me. I'll just open the chat so that I can check. I can check the chat. So just give me a second. You can check. Uh, okay. Hi. Okay. Great. So I think people have said hi. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. All clear. Great. So lovely. We'll be starting with the session. Everybody ready for it? Arithmetic. I believe you all had first session of arithmetic yesterday. We'll have one more session today. We are aiming to complete around 20-22 questions today. That's my target always for a class. We need to do minimum that much. Hello, good evening, everybody. Okay, great. So, okay, as we've heard that, I'm sure you all have also heard that the response sheet will be out tomorrow. And from all my experience, it normally comes out at 11 in the morning, but you never know if it comes out at 5 in the evening also. But whatever, the response sheet will come out tomorrow. So our CAT score calculator with the percentile calculator. See, scores obviously I will get tomorrow only, except the normalization. You all will start getting the score tomorrow. That's one part. But what percentile do you expect with that score? We will start giving you through your through our analysis or predicted percentile, as we are saying. So all that will be there. So take the link from the description in the chat box and okay, okay. So there are a couple of people who's chatting with me. Good evening, Amit Sir. Two and a half, not two, actually a little bit more than 2 hours, definitely. Okay, Tisha Jain, I'll talk about the PYQs. Just wait. Uh, a little bit more than 2 hours, please. Okay, my Hindi is very poor. I'll try a little bit, Akash, but I don't promise. Okay. Obviously, anybody who's here and still not registered for the course, you have a lot of data on a lot of things on our dashboard. So because of that, you should register. Okay, great, Asta. That's not great. Thank you, Akash. Okay. No, everyone does not need to appeal, Suyash. What we will do is, I have always maintained that we will appeal on your behalf. You all don't need to appeal. So if there's any doubt of any questions wrong or something, we will appeal. Don't worry. Thank you, Mayank. Good evening. Okay. Yeah, I will. In fact, so I'll just give you the target for with me what y'all will be doing for that. I will definitely be doing 6 workshops. I think all workshops are scheduled for Friday or Saturday. 6 workshops I am doing live with y'all, which will be roughly 3 hour workshops. 4 of them will be con, 2 of them will be DILR. Besides that, I'll take some more classes also. Okay, QA assignment. You have doubts, you can put it on the doubt solving this. We'll discuss it later. I will not discuss doubts in class. Okay. No, don't worry, sir. Only one mock can be accessed from this. Rest are paid. No, everything will be available. If you have an issue, please write to us. It's okay, Suyash. You have to go ahead with it. Doubts and assignment will be discussed separately, or it will be discussed on your doubt solving group. Okay, so let's now. Okay, please stop chatting. I want to discuss a little bit on my own. So let's first talk about that. Let's quickly talk about a couple of things. One is, what do I do for XAT? What do I do for XAT? What do I do for other exams? How do I look at it? All those discussions we'll have that. So let's first quickly talk a little bit about SNAP. SNAP is a much easier exam. I don't think so. You should really fret about it too much. Only thing which you have to do in SNAP is maintain speed. Okay, that's one very important. Need to maintain speed in SNAP. Now XAT, the major difference which you will see over CAT in XAT is that it's a 3 hour paper, so you'll require a little bit more stamina than a 2 hour paper. And one major problem which students face sometimes in that is they don't know how to distribute their timing. So tomorrow I'll be creating a video on all those strategy video on that. You all can have a look at that video also. Okay. Last time I'm mentioning this class will continue for approximately 2.5 hours. So we are at roughly 7:10. I think 9:30, 9:45. That we shall have this class. Okay. Please don't make me mention the same thing again and again. Cool. Yeah, so I was talking about that. Now, as far as the difficulty level of ZAT goes, yes, the difficulty level of ZAT always earlier used to be a little bit higher than CAT. But the way CAT went this year, so if I compare CAT 24 and ZAT ka last year, ZAT is always called the next year because it happens in January. So if I compare CAT 24 with ZAT 25, ZAT 25 ka count was slightly more difficult. But very surprisingly, or a very good thing were there were at least 7 to 8 straight sitters in that also, which did not even happen in this year's CAT. So that's okay. And I expect that to continue. Well, very frankly, we all say that we expect something to continue, but we notice what happens in CAT, what happened in CAT. So my whole idea is see, don't I understand CAT was difficult. My problem, as I have the reel which I made also I spoke about, my problem is not about CAT being difficult. My problem is about CAT being a little bit unfair with each slot. Okay. And that is where the fairness in that comes in. That has only one slot, so everybody is going to write the same slot, more or less, problem taken care of. And hence, uh, there is nothing fair unfair. The paper is same for everybody. Sitters are some very straightforward questions. Okay. Now, so that because there's only one slot and everybody will write the same paper. So the unfair part just goes away and it's fair for everybody. So remember, even if the paper is difficult, it is not a bad idea. In fact, I'll tell you something. Just listen to this very carefully. For a very well prepared student, a student who is very well prepared, if I was one of those, I want the paper to be slightly difficult because finally, remember, it's a competitive exam. I want to do better than others. Absolute don't have no value. I want to have a rank or a percentile which is better than others. And hence, if the paper is slightly more difficult, a well prepared student will always do better. So it's not a bad idea to have a slightly difficult paper. Okay. Okay. All those who are not able to access mocks and all that, what I will do is I will, after the class is over, I will put down a few things on I will tell somebody from the team over here, our team over here, I'll tell them that they need to take care of all those things. So let's right now, okay, how can you get the course? Go ahead and just enroll, pay 9 rupees and you enroll. Simple. Okay, so we're going to start with that questions today. Arithmetic part 2. Let's start with the first question. As usual, based on my habit, I will give you a couple of minutes, maybe a minute, minute and a half to go through the question, talk about it, okay, and then we'll discuss. Chalo. I will make a video on that tomorrow on what areas to focus on and everything. I'm making a video tomorrow. Okay, I'll let you know. For right now, let's start. Read the question carefully. It is not a difficult. This is a very typical ZAT question. What do I mean by a typical ZAT question? It is not very difficult, but the wording is a slightly lengthy question. बहुत सारा डेटा दिया है और थोड़ा घुमाया फिराया है. So please be careful about these things. Let me know if you are able to get the answer. Okay. Yes, if you're appearing for XAT 20, SCAT 26, you're actually appearing for XAT 27. So all those who find the slide a little bit bright can reduce the brightness. You'll get used to it because you're so used to a black slide. We are thinking of changing the color of our slide. So this is just a trial example. With black, what happens? I feel it's not the best color for education. We'll take a call on that. You can just reduce the brightness a little bit. So there are a couple of different answers I'm getting. Somebody saying C, somebody saying D. They have said wholesaler by selling 8 buckets to the retailer. C तो मुझे doubtful लग रहा है because 1400 is not divisible by 8. Not necessary that it's not this, but I think doubt है मेरे को. So let's see how would I go about this question. There are two approaches I'm going to show for this question, method 1 and method 2, and just pay attention to both the methods carefully. Method 1 is something which I would do if I don't want to use a calculator a lot. So how would I start? A bucket manufacturer sells the bucket to a wholesaler in such a way that the manufacturer can make a profit of 20%. So the manufacturer wants to make a profit of 20%. So we'll say let the manufacturer's manufacturer ka cost price is 100x. Now you will see why I've taken 100x because there's a real number later. So I just prefer it. There's no compulsion, but just pay attention. Let the manufacturer's cost price be 100x. Therefore, manufacturer's selling price becomes 120x because he wants to make a profit of 20%. He wants to make a profit of 20%. The wholesaler sells the bucket to a retailer in such a way that the wholesaler can make a profit of equivalent to 25% of the manufacturing cost. Now, this was a very, very, very important statement. The wholesaler wants to make a profit of 25% of the manufacturing cost. So, this is wholesaler's cost price. Just give me a second, okay? This is wholesaler's cost price. So, therefore, wholesaler ka selling price will be what? It will be not 25% of this number. It will be 25% of this number only. 25% of 100x is 25x. So, it will become 145x. This is wholesaler's selling price, which becomes the retailer's cost price. Okay. Now, the retailer's markup is such a way that he can make a profit of 30% by selling the bucket. So, he wants to make 30% profit on this. 30% of 145x. Okay. It will come to be a decimal. So, if you want, anyway, you can do 1.3 only directly. Therefore, retailer's selling price. Retailer's selling price will be 1.3 into 145x. Why 1.3? Because 30% profit chahiye. You can call it 13 by 10 also, 1.3 also, same thing. So this becomes a retailer selling price, which will be equivalent to retailer selling price is what the customer has paid. So 1319.5 is 1.3 into 145x. Right? I can remove the decimal on both the sides. I think this number goes in 13 directly. There is some issue. 13 ones are 13. Just give me a 0. 13 ones are 13. 6, 13 5s are. So x is 1015 upon 145. If you want, you can use a calculator now and you will get the answer. What is the answer you're getting? Option D or option C now finally? नहीं होगा 150x. जरा ध्यान से देखो. Because they have said 150x. Why is it not 150x? Because 25% of the manufacturing cost. That was the important term. Now, if you've done this on the calculator and multiply by 8, you will get your answer. Okay. Did everybody understand why this is 145 and not 150? That was very important. Everybody clear? Now let's see how 1.3 because 30% profit. somebody who asked how 1.3, because that is 30% profit. 30% profit, so it will become 13 by 10 or 1.3. Because 145x तक यहाँ पे था, this was the retailer's cost price. He wants to make a profit of 30%. When you want to make a profit of 30%, you have to multiply by 1.3. So 1.3 into 145x, that becomes your answer. This comes to what? Has somebody done the calculation? Yes, it is allowed. So, okay, go through. For retailer, the profit will be on his cost price. वहां पे नहीं बोला है, retailer does not want to make 30% of the manufacturer. The important part was over here. The first two people were making profit on 100x. That was the important part. Okay. Final answer. Okay. Nobody is saying the final answer. So I will just maybe use the calculator myself. That is 1015 into 8 divided by 145. Okay, that was anyway. So this comes to 56. That was not the final answer. What have they asked for? Find the profit earned by the wholesaler. तो ये wholesaler का cost price, ये wholesaler का selling price. His profit is 25x. So 25 into 56, which is 1400. Are we clear, everybody? I know this part has gone below my face, so I'll just clear that up and write it over here. 25 into 56 is 1400. Everybody clear with the first question now? तुम लोग वहां पे 3 लोग हैं, वापस एक बार. This is there on the screen now. I'm clearing it out and I'm going to explain this part once more. Pay attention. There is manufacturer, there is wholesaler, there is retailer, and then there is customer. If I start this as 100x, he wants to make a profit of 20x, so 120x. The retailer wants to make a profit of 25% on the manufacturing cost. That is very important. So retailer will make 25x more. Okay, 25x more, so it will become 145x. And the retailer wants to make now the next person wants to make 30% profit. So hence the wholesaler wanted to make that, sorry, 25%. Now the retailer wants to make 30% profit. So 30% profit is 145x plus 30% of 145x. If you solve this, this becomes 1.3 into 145x. And this number was given as 1319.5. So 1.3 into 145x is 1319.5. So x comes as 13195 divided by 13 into 145. Okay, ये एक bucket के लिए है. They've asked for 8 buckets. So this is actual value of x for one bucket. So if you want to calculate whose profit, they've asked the calculate the profit, find the profit earned by the wholesaler. Wholesaler का profit कितना है? 25x. So 25x multiply by 8 will come to 1400. This is the value of x. Now I hope everybody is clear. 120 plus 25x. Simple rule है. 120 plus 25x. And that is by 145x. So let's go to the next question. Okay, slightly difficult question है, ध्यान से देखना. Come on, try it first. Yes, so उसका 25% extra over 120, so it will become 145. So I have already explained 2 times. You can have a look at it later again. No problem. बाद में आराम से recording में वापस देख लेना. I explained 2 methods. Actually, I can explain one more method going backwards. चलो वो भी सिखाता हूँ इसके बाद. पहले ये क्वेश्चन खत्म करते हैं. Then I'll teach you one more method with the calculator completely. So A travels the distance A to P, B travels the distance, and the second one travels the distance from B travels the distance A to Q, and C travels the distance A to R. They all were starting from A. One was going to P, one was going to Q, one was going to R. We don't know each individual distance, but we know the total distance is 200. Okay. Now, remember what they have said? They took 5 hours, 3 hours, and 6 hours respectively for their travel. Now, that means this person took 5 hours, this person took 3 hours, and this person took 6 hours. Okay. Second case. Second case, after their meeting, they decided to meet at city Z, where each of them took 9 hours, 6 hours, and 1 hour. So the first person traveled P say Z, second person traveled Q say Z, third person went from R to Z, where the total is 310. And this person took 9 hours, this person took 6 hours, and this person took 1 hour. This is a mixture of time, speed, distance, and algebra. Okay, it's a difficult question. Now, let's see what are the two equations we get. Suppose I call the first वाले का speed as A, second का speed as B, and third का speed as C. So my first equation will be 5A plus 3B plus 6C is equal to 200. Second equation is 9A plus 6B plus 1C is equal to 310. Yes, ये CAT से भी difficult ही होगा ना. XAT है. XAT is always supposed to be slightly more difficult than CAT. Okay. Now, you have two equations and three variables. That's the problem now. We have two equations and three variables. Has everybody understood till here how I got these two equations? So I took the speed of first person as A, second person as B, third person as C. He travels for 5 hours. So distance becomes speed multiplied by time. So 5A. Then 3B and 6C is equal to 200. Second one, 9A plus 6B plus 1C is equal to 310. Okay, what do we want to find at the end? Find the U, and they've told us all speeds are integer values. Find speed of B. Now, पहले जब मैं पहली बार ये क्वेश्चन देखा, I was just thinking, is there a way I could eliminate A and C both? But it was not happening. I realized that A and C both cannot be happening. Okay, multiply this equation by 2 and subtract them. So 10A minus 9A will become 1A. 6B minus 6B, B will cut out. 12C minus 1C. 12C minus 1C will be 11C. Will be 400 minus 310, 90. A plus 11C is equal to 90. Everybody clear till here? Stop talking about CAT now. CAT is over. Let's concentrate on what is happening today. You'll get only one equation. No? We have three variables. So I've got a plus 11c is equal to 90. Everybody cleared till here? Any doubt? Because I want to clear the screen. There's no space to write. Okay, a plus 11c is equal to 90. Okay, now I'm going to clear the screen. A plus 11c is equal to 90. Start with the largest possible value of c. Okay, we will need one of the equations at least from the earlier part. The one of the equation from the earlier part was 5a plus 3b plus 6c is equal to 200. Okay, 5a plus 3b plus 6c is equal to 200 was one of the equation. Let's leave that over here. Now, here we will apply that rule of integral values wala. If I take c as 8, the largest value c can go is 8. Otherwise, it will become negative. So when c is 8, a is 2. When c is 8, a is 2. Everybody understood how? 11 into 8 is 88. 90 minus 88 is 2. When c is 7, a will be 13. When c is 6, okay, 66. So this will be how much? 24. And so on. You will get a lot of values. सोचते कितनी वैल्यू और एक वैल्यू ले लेता हूं फिर देखते हैं वी वांट टू गो फॉर मोर वैल्यूज और नॉट वील थिंक अ लिटिल बिट 5 that time this will become I think 35, right? I don't think so we'll need more values than this. I'll explain also why. For each of the values let's try and find b. We want everything to be an integer. That was the main rule. If I take 5a, 5 2s are 10 and 6c, 6 8s are 48. 48 plus 10 is 40. 10 plus 3b plus 48 is 200. So 3b will become 142 and b will not be an integer. So 142 upon 3, not an integer, not allowed. Second, take 13 and 7. 5 13s are 65 plus 3b plus 6c. 6c will be 42 is 200. This is 107. So 93. 3b is 93. And b will come as 31. Therefore, b will come 31. This is possible, but there is a cannot be determined also. So I need to check a little bit more. If I take a as 24, I'm doing it over here. If I take a as 24, 5 4s are 1, 24 5s are 120 plus 3b, which I don't know, plus 6c, 6 5s are 30 is 200. So 3b will come 50. So b will come 50 upon 3, not an integer. And यहाँ पे possible ही नहीं होगा because 35 5 is 175 plus 3b plus 6c will become 30. It will become negative. So इसके बाद कोई और possible ही नहीं होगा. There is only one answer. 13 7 31 is the only equation satisfying. It's the same thing what you've done in linear equation, where if you have two variables and one equation, only thing यहाँ पे you have to check every time for b also. So it's just a lengthy question. It is a difficult question. It is a level C question. In an exam situation, you should have left it alone. Right now, the answer is 31. Where 36, not 30? What are you saying? Maybe, is this, how much was it? 6c. 6c. 6 5s are 30, no? 36 cube. Okay. So difficult. I think we should move forward. You can have a look at it later again, no problem. But it's a difficult question. ये भी थोड़ा स्टार्टिंग के थोड़े क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट है फिर मैंने एंड की तरफ थोड़े इजी रखे हैं बिकॉज एंड में ऐसे तुम लोग थक जाते हो. How did you come up? Yeah, how did I come up with 8 as maximum? 11 a plus 11c is 90. If you take C as 9, what will happen? A will become negative. Speeds cannot be negative, no? Somebody asked 11 8s are 88, 11 9s are 99, more than 90. That is why 8 was maximum. No, why was distance useless? उसी से तो equation आया. Distance was not useless. Why equations कैसे आया? ये A plus 11C is 90. We had got from there only, na? Why was 6? Acha, in the earlier one, 6C was 36. Okay, yeah, here 36. हाँ, but still I don't think so. The answer comes 156. तो ये 44 आता है बस. ठीक है, तो 44 upon 3. Sure. There is no method 2 for this. There's only one method. Let's go to the next question. Go through it, read it at least carefully. So these are some level C questions. Can you please adjust your video a little each time, last line cropping out? Okay. Okay, that is because of my face. I'll try and not write over there. I'll make a conscious effort. Within this much इसमें में नहीं लिखना है. Okay, let's have a look at this question. The efficiency is in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 3. Efficiency is in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 3. And their respective wages are in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 6. 1 minute, everybody stop and pay attention. Okay, now listen to this very carefully. Suppose if I assume ये 1, 2, 3 को actual values only. Suppose A का efficiency 1 था, H का efficiency 2 and K का efficiency 3. That means A is able to do 1 unit per day, B is able to do 2 units per day, and C is able to do 3 units per day. And they charge 2 rupees, 3 rupees, and 6 rupees. So tell me, who is the cheapest person who is doing the job cheapest for us? Suppose I was giving them the job. Who is the cheapest person? If you look at A for 1 unit is charging 2 rupees. A for 1 unit is charging 2 rupees. C for 3 units is charging 6 rupees. So do you agree A and C both are charging same amount? Means their rates are same. A is doing 1 unit, he will charge 2 rupees. C will do 3 units, he is charging 6 rupees. So that means, can I say per unit, A and C per unit charge rupees 2, while B for 2 units is charging 3 rupees. H actually, A and K this is, and this is H suppose. H per unit charges 1.5. How did I get 1.5? 3 divided by 2. So who's the cheapest? H is the cheapest. Okay, यहाँ तक याद रखना. अब आगे पढ़ते हैं क्वेश्चन को. They start working on an assignment under the constraint that no two of them can work on the same test paper. That is not very important. After the completion of X% of the work, one of them is withdrawn due to the budget constraint. Tell me, if there is a budget constraint, whom will you withdraw? Will you withdraw H, or will you withdraw somebody else? If there is a budget constraint, will you withdraw H or somebody else? Quickly answer. Obviously A और K ना, because H तो सस्ता आदमी है, उसको क्यों निकालेंगे? So we will remove A or K. That is also okay. We understood. We removed one of them. If X is an integer, so X is an integer between 23 and 58, and the number of days to complete X% of the work and that of the total work are integer. So X, the number of days to do X% work and the number of days to do the remaining work, all are integers. Then find how many days will it take. These are all slightly difficult questions. After 5, 6 questions, I've kept some easy questions also. So pay attention now. Okay. Now pay attention. What is the total work? A was doing 1 unit per day, B is doing 2 units per day, C is doing, I'm calling them ABC, please. A, H और K नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. So together they are doing 6 units in one day. They were going to finish the work in 15 days. So total work is 15 into 6, 90 units. This is total work. Total work is 90 units. Okay. They have worked for how many days? We don't know how many days, but they have completed X% of the work. X% of the work is done in some days. We don't know how many days. So let's calculate what is X% of 90. Okay. So X% of 90 is so much. And every day 6 units are done. So divide by 6. If I cut 0, 0, 3 3s are 3 2s are 3x upon 20 days to finish X% work. Everybody clear till here? See y divided by 6. एक बार अच्छे से देख लो. एक बार वापस समझो. X% of 90 is the work. Every day they are doing 6 units. So that is why divided by 6. So 3x upon 20 days to finish the work. 3x upon 20 days to finish the work. Now they have told us this days have to be an integer. This 3x upon 20 has to be an integer. Tell me, if 3x upon 20 has to be an integer, what can the value of x be? X का range ये दिया है. 3x upon 20 has to be an integer. So what can x be? X can be only 40, na? See, x has to be a multiple of 20, because for it to cut, x has to be a multiple of 20. And in this range, there is only one multiple of 20, 40. Therefore, x equal to 40. X is equal to 40. तो क्या होगा? 3 into 40, 120, 120 upon 26 days. So therefore 6 days. So initial for 6 days, everybody is working and then one person is removed. So initially for 6 days, everybody is working and then one person is removed. As you all told me in the starting, only A or K will be removed. Okay. Now tell me, so how much work is finished? 40% work is over. X is 40 ka matlab 40% work is over. So 60% work is remaining. So remaining work, 60% of 90, which is 54 units. So 60% of 90 and 54 units is still remaining. And this 54 units, who is doing? Only two of them. Either A with B और B with C. वो हमने पहले ही डिस्कस कर लिया था कि हम B को नहीं निकालेंगे, because B is the सस्ता वाला आदमी. So try, if I take only B and C, then it will be 5 units per day. 54 is not divisible by 5. If I do 54 divided by B plus C, it will be 54 divided by 5, which is not possible. 54 divided by 5 is not possible. Therefore, the only choice left is 54 divided by A plus B, which is 54 divided by 3. 18 more days. So 18 days over here, 6 days over here. Answer is 24 days. Difficult question. Go through it carefully. Just go through it carefully. You have to have that much smartness that B is not going to be removed. Okay. Okay. I'll give you time from next question onwards a little bit to read carefully. You can again have a look, as I said, you can always have a look at the recording later. So this is very straightforward Venn diagram. परसेंटेज है थोड़ा सा बट ज्यादा वेन डायग्राम है तो मोर ऑफ वेन डायग्राम लेस ऑफ परसेंटेज मैं खाली डायग्राम बना के रख रहा हूं तुम लोग शुरू करो you all have 1 minute to solve it or at least try it. They've asked for why did we add 6 to 18 because they've asked for final how many days तो 6 दिन पहले लगे थे and then 18 days that is why total 24 days. Can I start now? I've given you enough time to go through it. Okay. In a society, 90% of the boys play at least one of the three games, and 90% I will take at the end. Let's not look at it right now. Three games are there: cricket, football, hockey. So this is cricket, this is football, this is hockey. The number of boys who play hockey and football but not cricket. Hockey and football but not cricket. That is this part. This part is the average of the number of boys who play hockey and cricket but not football, and football and cricket but not hockey. Average of those two. So to avoid fractions, what did I do? I took this part as 2x, this part as 2y. 2x और 2y का average क्या होगा? 2x plus 2y divided by 2, which is x plus y. So this part is x plus y. I will read this again. The number of students who play football and hockey but not cricket is the average of the number of people who play cricket and football but not hockey, cricket and hockey, not football. Are we clear, everybody, till here? Okay. So till here we are done. The number of boys who play all three games is 1/3 of the number of boys who play exactly two games. So 2x plus 2y plus x plus y यानी 3x plus 3y two games वाला उनका 1/3 यानी divide by 3 so it will be x plus y. All three is x plus y. All three is x plus y. I hope you all can see it. Okay. The number of boys who play only cricket, only hockey and football is 10 each. So this is also 10, this is also 10, this is also 10. Okay. The number of boys who play hockey, the number of boys who play hockey but not football is 6. Now this was important. This gave me the equation. Hockey but not football. Which all areas will come in hockey but not football? I'm going to use a black marker and explain that over here again. So pay attention. Hockey. but not football. यानी पूल हॉकी के अंदर से you should not take football people. I'll repeat. The number of boys who play hockey but not football. That means you can't count all three also. Okay, cricket can be counted. So 2y plus 10. I'll repeat. ये पूरा हॉकी का सर्कल है. इसमें से if I say not football, I can take 2y and I can take 10. So 2y plus 10 is 6, right? I'll read this one more time. The number of boys who play hockey but not football is 6 more. So 2y plus 10 is 6 more than the number of boys who play football but not hockey. Football but not hockey is 2x plus 10. So 2x plus 10. This is 6 more. That means if I add 6 over here, they both will become equal. 10, 10 cut. I'll get 2y minus 2x is 6. 2y minus 2x is 6. So y minus x is 3. So y minus x is 3. One equation I got. What else have they said? Let's read further. They've also said the number of boys who do not play any of the three games is 10. If Spark, now this is very important. If Spark is 10, 1 minute, what happened? I don't know. Yeah, the number of people who do not play any of the three games is 10. Now, see, 90% were playing at least one game. That means this, all three circles was 90%. That means this was 10%. So if 10% is actually 10, this was supposed to be 10%. So 10% is actually 10. This 90% is actually 90. So what equation will we get over there? Add all of these, that is 90. Adding all of these, we get 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30 plus 4x plus 4y is 90. So 4x plus 4y is 60. X plus y is whatever we get, 15. X plus y is 15 and y minus x is 3. So 9 and 6. X is 6 and y is 9. Simultaneous equation solve किया है. Don't ask me sir कैसे आया, okay? X is 6, y is 9. Let's see what have they asked. How many boys played football? We want to know football ka total. That is this circle ka total. So football ka total is 10 plus 2x plus 2x plus 2y. So it is 10 plus 2x plus 2x plus 2y. X plus y was 15. So this is 15 to the 30, 30 plus 10, 40. 40 plus 6 to the 12, 52. That's your answer, which is the A option. Explained it very slowly, very carefully. I hope everybody understood. Standard Venn diagram question. No maxima, minima, nothing was there. I hope everybody understood this. Okay? Chalo, let's go ahead. Try the next question. Again, little bit of algebra is required in this. Average income is 40 minus X. Average income is 40 minus X. And number of members is 5x plus 40. So if I multiply them, I'll get total income. Average income is 40 minus X. and number of members are 5x plus 40. So total income becomes multiplication. Let's read further. What is the average monthly income in rupees? That means we want to find this only when the family's total income is maximum, which means we have to maximize this quadratic equation or quadratic function. Let's open the bracket up. 200x plus 160 minus 5x square minus 40x. Okay, that becomes my total income. इसको बराबर से लिखेंगे तो minus 5x square plus 160x plus 160. 1600, sorry. Not 160, 1600. Now, this is the function. We want to maximize this function. इसका ग्राफ ऐसे आएगा. The maximum will be over here at x is equal to minus b by 2a. So minus b by 2a. Minus minus gaya, 160 divided by 10 is 16. So it will be maximum when x is 16. It will be maximum when x is 16. So 40 minus x in 1000. So 40 minus 16, 24,000. So answer is 24,000. Answer is the second option. Everybody clear? As I said, a little bit more algebra than actually averages. So let's go ahead. ये यहाँ पे यही लैंग्वेज मेन है. अगर ये लैंग्वेज आता है तो ये सम बहुत सिंपल है. Last में I just put the value of x. They had asked for average 40 minus 16, 24. And it was in thousands, so 24,000. Arav understood? Nice, Shreya. Shreshom. ये काफी सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है. The production of rice formed 30% of the total goods food grain produced in India in 2018. So if I take 2018 का total production as 100, then rice was 30%. So rice was 30. The share of rice in 2019 decreased by 10 percentage points. What is the meaning of 10 percentage point? That means here it was 30%. In 2019, rice was 20% of the total production. Where did I get 20? Of the total production. Okay, where did I get this 20 from? 30 minus 10. Okay, now they have said if the total food grain production in India increased by 25%, so total has increased by 25%. That means 2019 has become 125, right? इसमें से 20%. How much is 20% of 125? 1 by 5. 20% is 1 by 5, right? So 1 by 5 of 125 will become 25. So rice from 30 has gone down to 25. Rice from 130 has gone down to 25, which means increase is not possible. Answer has to be decrease. And they've asked for change. Percentage change is difference upon original into 100. Difference is 30 minus 25, 5. Difference is 5 upon 30. Very important. Upon 25 upon 30, that is very important. Upon 30 into 100. This is 5 ones are 5 6 are 100 divided by 6 or 50 divided by 3 is 16.666. So answer is option A. Okay, simple question. Okay, so we'll have a decision making class also tomorrow, I think. So that's decision making is going to be one of the make and break areas. 10% तो था ही नहीं, 10 percentage point से कम हुआ था. 30 से from 30 percentage it became 20%, and that is why 20% of 125. 20% of 125, which is 1 by 5 of 125, that will become 25. Is that clear? Maxima is always minus b by 2a. Minus b by. Next one. I was talking about decision making. Decision making is always going to be the make and break area of XAT. So please practice enough. तुम कितना भी मैथ्स प्रैक्टिस कर लोगे, अगर डिसीजन मेकिंग का कट ऑफ क्लियर नहीं करोगे तो कोई फायदा ही नहीं है. तो प्लीज प्रैक्टिस इनफ ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग. Exactly. See, read what Ux is saying. Okay, standard question of time, speed, distance. I think you should get it very easily. Read carefully and try. Read carefully and try this question. Get me the answer. Arav, tomorrow, as I said, I'll be releasing one video where I will discuss all this. Cutoffs, how many attempt, kitna time, kaun se section ko kitna time, all that I'll discuss tomorrow. Achha, now Darshan has got an exact opposite. He's got a 99 point something in DM but messed up quant. Darshan, आप quant पढ़ाई करो फिर. So, on regular days, Raman का distance is 20 kilometers and Sohan का distance is 24 kilometers. They both start at the same time and they both reach their shops exactly at 10 a.m. This 10 a.m. is just given to confuse you. 10 a.m. बोलना क्या चाहते हैं? That means they both reach together. So time is same. Okay, they both take the same time. Say T hours, whatever, if you want to call it in hours. Because everything is in kilometers per hour, so I'm calling this in hours. So T hours and T hours. Now, so what is speed ka formula? Speed is distance upon time. So 20 upon T और यहाँ पे 24 upon T. But basically I can find ratio. TT, if I find ratio, speed of Raman is to speed of Sohan. I'll get 20 upon T, ratio 24 upon T. TT will cut. 4 5s are 4 6s will cut. So I will say let the speed be 5x and 6x. Let speed be 5x and 6x. This is my method. There'll be a lot of different methods. Pay attention. Now, on the next day, they decided to swap their shops for a day. That means on that day, Raman will travel 24 kilometers. उसका speed already कम है, तो obviously उसको more time लगेगा. He is going to travel 24 kilometers instead of 20 और उसका speed भी कम है. So Raman will travel 24 with a speed of 5x. Sohan will travel 20 with a speed of 6x. So Raman will take more time and he has taken 8 minutes. He has started 8 minutes earlier. That means he took 8 minutes extra. So 8 upon 60. Okay. 4 twos are 4 fives are 4 sixes are 2 ones are 2 30s are. LCM is 30x. So 36 minus 25 is equal to 1 upon 30. 30 30 cut. X is 11. What have they asked for? Read carefully. They've asked for Sohan's speed. Sohan का speed था 6x. Therefore, answer is 66. If you're able to do by faster methods, I'm happy. But right now, I'm explaining it with basics so that everybody gets it, understands it. Okay? Okay. Read carefully. There used to be a topic in 12th standard maths called LPP. I don't know how many people remember. Linear Programming Problem. ये टॉपिक का नाम हुआ करता था 12th में. This is based on that. Why not 24 upon 6x? Because उसका speed थोड़ी change हुआ है. They have just decided to swap the shops. Speed has remained same. Which is X level? The previous one or this one? Chalo, pay attention. A manufacturer produces two types of products, A and B, both of which are subjected to two operations, X and Y. That means दोनों प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए A और B बनाने के लिए they have to pass through machine X also and machine Y also. Each unit of A takes 5 hours of X and 3 hours of Y. So to make a A, it has to have 5 hours of X and 3 hours of Y, and each unit of B has to have 4 hours of X and 4 hours of Y. There are 23 machines on which the operation X can be performed. So X वाले 23 machines है अपने पास and Y के, so X के 23 machines है, Y के 17 machines है, and each machine works for 10 hours every day. So 10 hours per day the machine works. The profit in A and B is rupees 7 and 4. We want to maximize the profit. So basically we have to know what is the maximum profit. So profit is 7 in A and 4 in B. Now, इस क्वेश्चन का एक सबसे लॉजिकल तरीका यही है. Pay attention. If you notice the profit of A, now I'm going to do a very smart method, no long approaches. Look at the profit of A over B. B, when I sell one product of B, I get 4 rupees profit. And if I make one product of A, I get 7 rupees profit. If you think in terms of percentage, profit of A is 1.75 times profit of B. Do you all agree with this statement? Profit of A is 1.75 times profit of B. Statement 1 clear, this much clear or not? Tell me. Quickly tell me yes or no. I'm waiting. When I manufacture one A, I'm making 7 rupees profit. When I manufacture a one B, I get only 4 rupees profit. So 7 is 1.75 times of B, no? 7 divided by 4 करके देखो तो 1.75 times है. यानी अगर मुझे सिर्फ बिजनेस करना और प्रॉफिट बनाना है, तो I should make only A. I should literally not make B. Why worry about B? So in fact, this question में B was useless. Concentrate only on A. Okay, now pay attention. How do you do that? You have totally 23 machines working for 10 hours a day. So 230 hours are available of machine X, and Y ka we have 17 machines with 10 hours each, 170 hours. Now, so 230 if I divide completely with 5, or 170 I completely divide with 3. Tell me how many machines can I make? Tell me how many machines will I be able to make? Only A. B तो मैं बना ही नहीं रहा हूँ. I am not even making B. So this number is 46, and this is to more than 50 also. 3 5s are 15, 3 6 are 18, 56 point something something. So obviously मेरा अगर machine X से ही काम नहीं होगा, only 46 I can make. I can't make those extra 56, no. So tell me, what is the maximum product A I can make? Maximum product A which can be made will be 46 or 56. सोच के बोलो थोड़ा. Tell me, maximum, will I be able to make 46 or 56? Only 46 obviously. Why? Because when या ये मशीन के पास चांस ही नहीं बनाने का, तो आगे जाएगा कैसे? So I can make 46 products, and every product is going to give me 7 rupees profit. 7 6 are 42, 4 carry, 28 plus 4 322, and luckily there is no other option more than 322. Sum over. Option B. Yeah, so basically he wants to make, he can make, मीन्स अगर तुम एक प्रोडक्ट बनाने को दोगे तो 322 नहीं बनेगा, थोड़ा कम बनेगा, बट दे हैव नॉट सेड दैट कंपल्सरी His factory is able to make both products, but it is not compulsory to make both products. अगर compulsory बोला होता था, तो then I would have to make at least one product of B. Then things would change a little bit. I'll repeat. If they had mentioned that it is compulsory to make at least one product of B, then the answer would have been different. So you want to try that also? Same question के लिए, if there was a small change, make at least one B, then what would happen? What would the profit be? Try करना है? चलो, I'll clear out the screen a little bit and we'll try it. Okay. If I have to make one B, to make one B, दोनों मशीन का 4-4 घंटा जाएगा. मशीन Y तो मुझे मालूम है बहुत ज्यादा एफिशिएंसी है, तो मशीन Y is not a problem. Let's work only on machine X. Machine X का आया 230 hours. If I make one B also, 4 hours will go away. So 226 hours will remain. Divide by 5. So I will be able to make 45 products. So I'll be able to make 45A and 1B. 45A and 1B. Okay. So 45 into 7 now plus 1 into 4. In short, 3 rupees profit will be less. So instead of 322, now I will get answer as 319. But that's just a variation. I've just created one more variation. They can ask a lot of variation. What if they ask you a variation like what if B has to be greater than or equal to A? That means minimum we have to make B as much as A. So then we will have to make both equal. Then we will try and make both of them equal that way. Okay, chalo, let's go ahead. Nice question, easy question, but I want a very nice method over here. इसमें थोड़े दो केसेस आएंगे, थोड़े सोचना पड़ेगा थोड़ा सा, because they have left one part of the question as ambiguous. अब लैग हो रहा है उसका मैं क्या करूं? I will just check the internet whether I'm connected to the right Wi-Fi. That's the best I can check. I think I'm connected to the best Wi-Fi also in my place. So I'll try that also one more time. I know everybody's saying little laggy and I can also feel it when I'm writing. But अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Let's concentrate. I hope it is at least not that bad that you cannot understand the question. Suppose A is starting from here and B is starting from here. Anybody got the answer? Because Kritika, if you checked, the amount of profit was 75% extra, but the time was not so much extra. Right, Shreyasam? Okay, let's read the question. A and B travel around a circular park at uniform speed in opposite direction, starting diametrically opposite points at the same time. So A starts from here, B starts from here, and they are traveling in opposite direction. That means A is coming like this, B is going like this. Okay. Case 1 may they meet after B has traveled 100 meters. So if B travels 100 meters, they meet. So let us assume 100 is over here. B travels 100. We don't know how much. So this is meeting point 1. We don't know how much A has traveled. So A का पता नहीं है. B has traveled 100 meters. Case 2 में second time meeting. Now they both met here. Now B will continue, A will continue like this. B will go anti-clockwise, A will go clockwise, and they met 60 meters from the point where A started. Now this was a little bit of a problem. Pay attention carefully. Which side? Before before the starting point or after? We also don't know. So you'll have to maybe take two cases. Pay attention carefully. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call the total circumference which they've asked. Let the circumference be 2x. Let the circumference be 2x. Okay. Now if your circumference is 2x, half of that is x. If B has traveled 100, A will travel x minus 100. So this is x minus 100. I'll repeat this. I have taken the total circumference as 2x. So half of that is x. B has traveled 100. So A has traveled x minus 100. Now, what else? Let's take the case where it meets on the other side. That means B will travel this x minus 100 plus 60 more. So B will travel x minus 100 plus 60. So x minus 40. B will travel x minus 40 What will A travel? That means they will meet over here, meeting point 2. Meeting point 2. What will A travel? A will travel this 100 plus this much. This much is x minus 40. So A will travel 100 and x minus 40. 100 plus x minus 40 will be x minus 60. एक बार मैं चेक कर रहा हूं. A will travel 100 plus x minus, so x plus 60. Sorry. Am I correct or not? Let's check. I think I'm making a mistake somewhere. एक बार वापस चेक कर रहा हूँ. Yeah, मैं खुद भी explain करूंगा. Don't worry. X plus 60. So what I'll make colors for A and B, so it will be easy to understand. So I'll start making all over again. I'll make colors. ये पूरा है. A is standing here, B is standing here. They meet over here. Black color is for B. So B will travel this much, 100 meters. So in case 1, B will travel 100 meters. Total circumference I am taking 2x. So half is 1x. So A, I will take some other color like blue or something. A will travel this much, which is x minus 100. Okay, everybody got that? Now, case 2 में B will continue his journey further and will meet after crossing the starting point and back for 60 meters more. So how much will B cover second time? So see, second time B का color को ध्यान से. B will go from here. As I said, I can also feel the lag. So just wait, okay? B will go from here completely like this and कितना 60 meters more. ये 60 है. So how much will B do? B will do this x minus 100 plus 60. So B will do x minus 100 plus 60, which is x minus 40. What will A do? A will go like this. A का blue color देखो. A will go like this 100 plus this much. This much is x minus 60 because the remaining full was x. So A will cover 100 plus x minus 60. That will become, I think, x plus 40. Are you all clear? Everybody clear till here? And now ratio. And I'm going to show you one more easy method also. Ratio 100 upon B upon A is equal to B upon A. And you can cross multiply, get the value of x and find 2x. Or you can use options. Each option को half करके try कर सकते हो. एक ये method है जो थोड़ा लंबा है. I'm going to try and show you a smarter approach. Pay attention carefully, and this smarter approach works very carefully. Pay attention carefully. इससे कैलकुलेशन बहुत इजी हो जाएंगे. केस 1 में B does 100. केस 1 में B does 100 and A does, we will not find A. We'll find how much do A plus B together do. So A plus B together do x. If B does 100, A plus B together do x. Case 2 में, how much does B do? He does x minus 100 plus 60. That is x minus 40. And together they will do 2x. Together they will do 2x. And ratio इधर से करोगे तो बहुत easy हो जाएगा. 100 upon x is x minus 40 upon 2x. X cut. 200 is equal to x minus 40. 240 is equal to x. So double is 480. That is your answer. Very, very, very simple method. Whenever you this type of sums know, always try to do that way. Understand why this came 2x. Because when they meet second time, the distance covered between them is 2x. Initially, the distance covered between them is x. Second time, distance covered between them is 2x. Very important concept. Chalo, let's go to the next question. So this is this week ka schedule. 5th December quant workshop I'll be taking again. Yeah, we assume 2x is a circumference. Chalo, go ahead further. Read the question carefully. ऐसा ही कुछ क्वेश्चन कैट 25 में आया था. I think slot 1 में. Anybody answer for this question? Come on others, stop chatting. विशेष सब अच्छे से पढ़ा नहीं. Silly mistake किया. रूपांतर ने भी same mistake है. All those who are getting second option are not reading the question carefully. Only one person read the question carefully. A can have 60, a can have, sorry, not a can has, actually have nahi hai. A can has 64 liters of pure milk. 8 liters of milk is withdrawn from the can and replaced with 8 liters of water. So, pehle milk was 64, water was 0. 8 liters is removed. So, this will become 56. Water 8 is added, so it will become 8. Why do we need to do this? Pay attention carefully. Now 16 liters of the mixture is withdrawn. 16 out of 64 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 दोनों का निकलेगा. तो इधर से 14 निकलेगा, इधर से 2 निकलेगा. ओके, एंड रिप्लेस्ड विथ वाटर. सो यहाँ पे प्लस 16 हो जाएगा. तो दिस विल बिकम 42 and this will become 22. Total will keep remaining 64 at every step. Total will keep remaining 64 at every step. After that, 32 liters is 32 liters of mixture is withdrawn and replaced with milk. 32 out of 64 is half. तो दोनों का half half निकला. Oh, so sorry, not 21. हाँ, दोनों का half half. इधर से 11 निकला. इधर से 21, यहाँ से 11. And replaced with, very importantly, replaced with what? Now replaced with milk. So 32 liters of milk. And we want to know what is the end, what milk is left. So this is left 11. So automatically this is left as 53. So answer is option A. Lot of people mark B without reading. Simple question. This is what happens. This is what pressure does. लेवल स्लॉट 1 में ये बहुत स्ट्रेट ऐसा ही टाइप का क्वेश्चन था. बहुत लोग बोल रहे स्लॉट 1 बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, बट ऐसा ही क्वेश्चन था. ओके, लेट्स गो अहेड. मल्टीप्लीकेशन फैक्टर से हो सकता है, बट यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल बिकॉज डिफरेंट थिंग्स आर देयर. So let us assume efficiency is 1. So first day he alone is working and only he alone is working. His efficiency was 1. So day 1 पे 1 यूनिट काम हुआ. Day 2 पे number of people also doubled and efficiency also doubled. So day 2 पे 2 लोग हैं और दोनों का efficiency 2 है. So 2 2 the total work done on day 2 is 4. Now pay attention carefully. Day 3 पे there are 4 people and सबका efficiency 4 है. So day 3 पे 16 units काम हो रहा है. Number of people are doubling and efficiency is also doubling. That means every time it is just going to become 4 times. Day 4 पे 64 and we want to reach 341. When I go till 64 for the 256, I know I can't go above this. I just have to check. Is this answer going to come 341? So 256 plus 64 is 320. 320 plus 320, 340. 340 plus 1, 341 आ रहा है. Answer is first option, 5 days. Sum is over. No need to do any method, no need to create formula, nothing. And if sum was lengthier, you could have created a GP, right? 1, 4, 16, 64 would become a GP. Okay, time speed distance का standard एक question, बहुत standard. When I taught the last day पे I formulas, I taught this also. Repeat what? This is so straightforward, beta. Day 1 पे 1 unit, day 2 पे more double people, double efficiency, so 4. Day 3 पे double people, double efficiency, so 4 4 the 16. 16 4 the 64, 64 4 the 256 and so on. Yeah, but not needed, no. If it was a lengthy sum, I would have done sum of GP ka formula. Yes, perfect, direct formula. So one starts at 4 a.m., reaches at 1 p.m. That is 9 hours. 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. is 9 hours. So this train travels for 9 hours, reaches your meeting point. This train travels from 9 to 1, which is 4 hours, and reaches over here. And then after that, they take TTRs. इस बार उल्टा बोला है, ये T और ये T बाद में का बोला है. But method में फर्क नहीं आएगा. 9 upon T will be T upon 4. So T square is 36. T is 6 hours. 800 was not needed in the question. Useless data था. So किसी भी एक के लिए कैलकुलेट कर लो. सपोज सेकंड वाले के लिए कैलकुलेट कर रहे जो 9 AM को शुरू किया उसने. He did 4 hours पहले and then 6 hours. So B took total of 10 hours. B took total of 10 hours. When did he start? 9 AM. So 9 AM से अगर 10 hours count करेंगे तो it will be 7 PM, which is the second option. Straightforward question, nothing much to discuss. 800 was just given to distract you, right? Slightly difficult, अगर ध्यान से पढ़ोगे तो इतना difficult नहीं है. A and B are outlet pipes. So A is an outlet pipe, can remove water in 10 hours. B can remove water in 30 hours. C can fill the tank in 20 hours. D can fill the tank in 15 hours. इन सबका LCM लेके तो I think 60 आएगा. So let the size of the tank be 60 liters. So 6 liters per hour negative because it is removing water. 6 liters per hour. B के लिए 2 liters per hour negative again. For C it will be 3 liters per hour, and for D it will be 4 liters per hour. Okay. Now you just have to be careful about who has started when. Pipe A is opened on Monday at 3 p.m. Okay. And the other pipes are opened 2 hours later, then 1 more hour later, and then 1 more hour later. So if I say, suppose A works for X hours. If A works for X hours, B will work for X minus 2 hours. 2 hours late चालू किया है. C will work for X minus 3 hours. And D will work for X minus 4 hours. And there was already 60 liters water in the starting. And we want to reach 0. Because when will the tank be empty? So 60 minus work of everybody has to become equal to 0. So what is A ka work? Minus 6x. A ka work will be minus 6x because A is removing water. Sorry, so यहाँ पे plus आएगा. My bad. B का work will be minus 2 into x minus 2. C का work will be 3 into x minus 3. And D ka work will be 4 into x minus 4. Solve it. Tell me what answer you're getting. So 60 minus 6x minus 2x plus 4 plus 3x minus 9 plus 4x minus 16 is equal to 0. Minus 8. Minus 8 plus 7 will be minus x. Goes on the other side, becomes plus x. 60 minus 16. 60 minus 16 will be 44. 44 minus 9, 35. 35 plus 4, I think 39 hours. I want to just check calculation more. 64 minus 25, 39 hours, right? So 39 hours from when? From this pipe. That is 3 p.m. से और 39 hours. 39 hours यानी 36 plus और 3. तो answer will be 6 a.m. Wednesday. 12, 12, 12 hours करूंगा मैं तो 3 p.m. से it will become 3 a.m. So see, when I do 12, it will become 3 a.m. That will become Tuesday. 12 hours, first 12 hours. Another 12 hours will become 3 p.m. Tuesday. Another 12 hours will become 3 a.m. Wednesday plus 3 hours. So 6 a.m. Wednesday. Answer is the third option. A should be x minus 6 कैसे आया? Because I have taken this. इससे कितना पीछे है वो देखना है ना फर्स्ट वाले से. Pipe A is started at 3 a.m. So if I took x hours for him for pipe A, then second pipe 2 hours later, so x minus 2. Third pipe 1 more hour later, so x minus 3. Fourth pipe 1 more hour later, so x minus 4. Understood? I don't have a problem with that, but the problem is, then some of y'all will try and come and the others don't try and come. And then, in fact, the ones who try and come will feel impatient. Come on, very standard question. Little bit geometry needed. Area of four walls का formula needed. I hope you remember the formula area of four walls ka. 2 bracket L plus B into H. Because water was already there, no 60 liters. I have to remove the water. If you have read the question, they told us 60 liters water was already there. Ratio of length, breadth, and height are 3 is to 2 is to 5. So if I take value same only, length is 3, breadth is 2, height is 5. Change in area of four walls if length is reduced by 2/3. Reduced by 2/3, and it will become 1. So new length will become 1, and height is made half. Breadth remains the same. Height is made half, so height will become 2.5. पहले original area 2 times L plus B यानी 2 times 5 into 5, 50. New area 2 times 1 plus 2, 3 into 2.5. 2.5 into 2 is 15, 5. 5 these are 15. So we've got 15. What have they asked for? Find the change in the area of four walls. Change will be difference upon original. So change is 35 upon 50 into 100. So 70%, decrease of 70%. चलो very simple question था ये. Class duration till I finish at least 20. I think there are 22 questions. Anybody got the answer for this question? Next one. Yeah, that's the whole thing in XAT. The questions are slightly longer to read. They have a story. ये 5 राउंड ट्रिप्स को लास्ट स्टेप में देखेंगे. अपना काम है to find the distance. This is A, this is B. One train is starting from here, the other bus is starting from here, one is starting from here. Now, they meet first time at a distance of 7 kilometers from A. So first time when they meet, A travels 7. Suppose this is meeting point 1. A travels 7. I don't know how much B travels. If I take total distance as D, so can I say A travels 7? And since I've already explained this one more time, I'm going to do that method. A plus B travel D. I don't want to find how much B travels. Don't do only for B. A travels 7, A plus B travels D. Their next meeting at a distance of 4 kilometers from terminus B. Now see, in straight line, just pay attention to this rule very carefully, everybody. Everybody just pay attention to this rule very carefully. First time when they met, no, together they travel D. Great. बहुत दिख रहा भी है ना. A ने यहां से M1 तक ट्रैवल किया, B ने B से M1 ट्रैवल किया. So total distance traveled together was D. Second time that changes. Listen, where will A go? I'm just writing only for understanding. This you are not supposed to do. A travels M1 to B, plus he comes back, say, till M2, still somewhere here. So A travels M1 to B plus B to M2. What does B travel? B goes like this: M1 to A plus A to M2. If you count this properly, A plus B, it will become 2D. Check. I will change the color of the marker and I will show you how. First person will go from here, he will go till here. So this distance got covered one time, and then he will come back. So this distance got covered second time also. Okay. This is A. So now what about B? Change the color of the marker and explain it. B will travel this distance, come back and travel this distance. So can you see every single distance is traveled two times? Every single distance is traveled two times. Therefore, together they will travel 2D. This is very important. But this you can take as a rule. Every single time that will happen. Okay. So, second time, let us see how much does A travel. Second time, how much does A travel? A goes from here. So, he covers D minus 7 plus 4 because this was given as 4. So, A travels D minus 7 plus 4. How did I get D minus 7? Because he goes from here to here, which is D minus 7, plus coming back up 4. So, he travels D minus 3. Together, they travel 2D. And now, like how we had done earlier, just take the ratio. So, we get 7 upon D is D minus 3 upon 2D. 1D and 1D cut. 14 is equal to D minus 3. Therefore, D is 17. बहुत अच्छे से डायग्राम के साथ एक्सप्लेन किया है 2D. इससे ज्यादा डिटेल में आ रहा नहीं जा सकता हूं मैं, बिकॉज इसलिए मैंने डायग्राम लिया है. Otherwise, you can just by heart it that every single time when the second meeting will happen, they will cover 2D. Okay. So D came 17. And if you don't like this method, you can do for B also. I don't have a problem. There's no compulsion to do this method. You can do B के लिए separate. And then you can do A and B का ratio. इससे calculation easy आता है. So D is 17. So in short, they are covering 17 kilometer one side. 5 round trips. Now listen to this very carefully. 5 round trips. One side distance is 17. So round trip is 34. 34 into 5 trips. But ये दो buses के लिए. So multiply by 2. So total 340 kilometers have to be covered between the two buses. I'll repeat this. One way journey is 17. So round trip is 34. Multiply by 5 because they've said 5 round trips. दो buses है. So multiply by 2. So total distance covered is 340. Cost of traveling is 20 rupees per kilometer. And therefore total cost will be 340 multiplied by 20, 6,800. Everybody clear? Okay, let's go ahead. Come on, this is so very, very straightforward. Level A से easier question है. Just let me know, can you all hear any disturbance in the background in my mic? Okay, no disturbance. Because there's a lot of background noise over here. There's somebody celebrating something. Great, great. Okay, great, great. Let's go. ये तो बहुत simple question है. They were A was supposed they're asking only of the first person P. So in the first case, P was supposed to get how much? 2 out of 10, right? 8 plus 2, 10. Yeah. 2 out of 10 of 3,100. So 620 is what P was supposed to get. But it got distributed by mistake in this ratio, half, one third, and one fifth. How do you convert a fractional ratio to a whole number? Multiply by LCM. LCM is 30. So multiply by 30. So it will become 15, 10, 6. So now what will P get? P will get 15 upon 31 of 3,100, which is 1500. So how much extra did P get? 880 extra. Answer is option B. Right? Very straightforward question. Nothing much as I said in this question. ये एक बहुत पुराने कैट क्वेश्चन के ऊपर बेस्ड है. जैट ने भी ऐसा कुछ पूछा था. So we have created a similar question. Try this question. Nice question this is. I'm sure dinner time is coming up and muffins has come up, so people are getting hungry. A is wrong. I think answer is B. Very simple approach is there for this. If you've read the question, then I'll directly go to the solution. How much are they making? 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. अगर मैं इसको ऑर्डर में डाल दूं 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means if you add up all this, they landed up. Suppose you take all of them as 6, 6, 7, 8, 9 only. So they made 46 muffins. Right? 46 were made. Total number of muffins they could make was 92% of the total muffins. So 46 is equal to 92% of what they had planned to make. So if you solve this, 46 ones are 46 twos are. So total plan was 50. 2 ones are 2 50s are. So total plan was 50. Now listen to this very carefully. If total plan was 50 initially, and they were all to be broken up equally between 6 people, 6 areas. I know 60 cannot be broken up, but just एक example बता रहा हूँ. अगर 60 50 को मैं 6 में डिवाइड करूंगा तो कितना आएगा? 6 8 are 48, 8 point something, 8.33. Pay attention carefully. So initially, if everything had gone to plan, for every type we would have 8.33 muffins. But now यहाँ पे सिर्फ 6 है, यहाँ पे भी 6 है, 7 8. So except these two, all of them have been made below their original plan. So hence 4 of them are below. Answer is option B. Have you understood the method? Lot of people get a little bit confused. Okay, muffins can't be in decimal. So then you can multiply everything by 3. No problem. Just multiply everything by 3, you will get the answer. Okay, my phone ka battery is just dead, so I will not be able to see the chat for 2 minutes. Please bear with me. I put it for charging and I forgot to switch it on, so just bear with me for 2 minutes till it just gets switched on again. Okay, initially 640 liters of milk and water solution contain 80% milk. So 640 ka 80%. 80% of 640 is 512. So milk was 512. This time I'm going to concentrate only on milk. I don't want to know anything about water because this time only one liquid is coming out. N liters is removed and replaced with n liters of water, and this process is repeated 2 more times. So total it is repeated 3 times. So suppose n ke badle mein it was some percentage, say 20%. So what is the method? We do 80% is left over. So here also we'll do the same method. 512 into 1 minus n upon 640 raised to 3. Because this is n liters out of 640. So n upon 640, 1 minus n upon 640 and raised to 3. This will come out to be 297 liters of water is there. So 640 minus 297 is 343. So there will be 343 liters of milk. Let's solve this. 1 minus n upon 640 raised to 3 is 343 upon 512. Just give me a second. I'll just restart my phone. I can't see any chats. Yeah. So let's solve this. Take cube roots on both sides. What will we get if we take cube root on both sides now? 343 ka cube root is 7 and 512 ka cube root is 8. So 1 minus n upon 640 becomes 7 upon 8. 1 upon 8, bring 1 minus 1, 7 upon 8 will become 1 upon 8 is n upon 640. So n is 80. 80 liters is removed every time. That is the answer. We can also solve backwards and check. 80 out of 640 is 1 by 8. So 3 times if I do, 7 by 8 will remain. 3 times. So 512 into 7 by 8 into 7 by 8 into 7 by 8. This is the answer checking method. This will cut here completely. Answer is 343. So it was correct. Okay, now you all can start chatting. I put it on again. So you can start chatting again. Option से भी कर सकते हैं, no problem. So just to give you a guidelines, when I this question was came to me बन के आया था, तो उसमें 80 option में था ही नहीं. So hence I had to do it without options. If percentage was given, it becomes much easier in fact. तो डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे n अपॉन 640 कहते हैं, you can write 20% or whatever 12%, 12.5% दिया होता तो 1 by 8 you could have written directly. Okay, I'll explain this one more time. N liters is removed out of 640. So N upon 640 becomes that ratio. 1 minus that, because that is the amount after every transaction. But this is such a simple approach. Why do you want to do anything else? This is what you'll always do, no? What if percentage was given? This is what you'll do. 1 minus that percentage is removed. Raised to 3 is 343. I thought this is a very straightforward approach. Should have got this. Chalo, let's start. Bad calculation, otherwise सब में कोई दम नहीं है. I'm being very frank. It's a bad calculation, otherwise the sum is actually very simple. Rate is 30% for 1 year, compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly, which means rate will become 30 divided by 4, 7.5%, and number of time periods will become 1 multiplied by 4, 4 time periods. If you are using direct formula, then you will get amount is equal to 25,000 into 1 plus 7.5 upon 100 raised to 4. Okay. You can remove decimal. 75, 25, 3s are 25, 40s are. So you'll get 25,000 into 43 upon 40 4 times. Calculations, as I said, are bad. You will need a calculator. I think answer is option B, 8386. When you solve this, you get 25,000 plus 8386. That is 33,386. If you do this on the calculator, you get 33,386. So compound interest is 8386. As I said right at the start only, except bad calculation, there's nothing else in this question. This is a actual XAT question. I think XAT 18. Yeah, who was saying XAT doesn't have a calculator? Yera. XAT has a on-screen calculator, same like CAT. Chalo, next one. Last, I think 3 questions or 2 questions. A, B, C, D can finish a piece of work in 10 days, 12 days, 15 days, 18 days. I think LCM will be 180 if I'm not mistaken. Check. They can either choose to work or remain absent on a particular day. If 50% of the total work gets completed after 3 days, then which of the following options is possible? So LCM is 180. A is doing 18 units per day. B is doing 15 units. C is doing 12 units. And D is doing 10 units per day. Units per day. Okay. 50% work gets done in 3 days. So 3 days mein 50%, 50%, 90 units work gets done in 3 days. Okay. Now, which of the following option is possible? Each of them work for, you'll have to go option by option. There is no other choice. That is why the sum is long. Exactly, each of them work for 2 days. Not possible. This is definitely 33, 33 plus 12, 45, 55. 55 2 becomes more. Out. B and D work for 1 day. B and D work for 1 day. Second option, B and D 1 day will be 15 plus 10, 25. C work for 2 days. C work for 2 days, so 24. And A work for 3 days, so 54. Not adding up to 90. Right? 54. Not adding up to 90. A and that way you just keep doing and you'll realize E is the answer. A and C work for 1 day each. So 18 plus 12, 30. B work for 2 days, so another 30. And D work for all 3 days, so another 30. So answer comes out to be 90. And that is how you do. There is really no shortcut for such questions. You'll have to do it. Next one. The price of a product is P. A shopkeeper raises it by X percent and then offers a discount of Y% on the raised price. The discounted price again becomes P. If the difference between X and Y, if Y is the difference between X and Y, then find X. Next one, you have to be smart and get this answer smartly. Y is the difference between X and Y. That means X is 2Y. They've asked for X. Okay, options wrong है. एक option 100 होगा, एक 50 और एक 100 होगा. Option में mistake है. This is the actual XAT question, XAT 2018. The price of a product is P. So now tell me, when will this work? Think. If you are going to raise something by how much and then give discount of half, then how will it work? सोचो. नंबर P तो doesn't matter. P के बदले में कोई नंबर भी ले सकते हो. P के बदले में ले लो 500 rupees suppose. Suppose if you take 500 rupees and increase it by 100%, increase by 100%, which means it will become 1000. And then if you give a 50% discount, it will again become 500, which means X is 100. Khatam. None of the above. I changed the options. You didn't read. Okay. Discount is same as discount is same as markup. In short, in rupees, not percentage, but discount is same as markup. Last question. This is also based on a CAT question only. This is based on a CAT 2006 question. I'm sure most of y'all must have done this question earlier and should get this question pretty easily. Last question for the day. What is the free luggage? I hope you read the question carefully first. So, let free luggage per person, let free luggage per person be X kgs, which is what I want to find at the end, and let charge per extra kg be Y rupees. Chalo, pay attention to my method. How much luggage did they have together between them? 40 kg. When both of them were traveling, total free luggage was 2x. When both were traveling, total free luggage is 2x. So the charged luggage is 40 minus 2x, which will multiply by y. And they had to pay this and this. That means in all they had to pay 3840, 3840. But when only one person was traveling, the free luggage became free luggage became X So the charged luggage became 40 minus x multiply by y is 7920. We don't need y. So you can take a ratio. Y will cut out. 0 will cut out. 8 fours are 32. 8 eights are 64. 8 nines are 72. 8 nines are 72. 333s are 324s are. Solve it, cross multiply. You get the answer 13.6 kg. Is this clear, everybody? Yeah. दोनों पर्सन को साथ में ले लिया. No need to take them separately. Great. That was the last question for today. Let's keep meeting regularly. Keep studying regularly. We'll keep planning. Friday, we'll have a full workshop where I'll do a mixture of all topics. So please keep studying. And Friday is in the daytime. Okay. I'll see you on Friday. Bye, everybody. Good night. And all the issues which you have, you can put it in the chat. I will get them solved. Okay. All issues, we are not able to see the mocks or whatever. In this chat, you please put it and I'll get it done. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye.